Welcome back, explorers of the wild. This is TVP Wildlife, your window into the untamed wonders of nature. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on this adventure through Earth's most fascinating creatures. Today, we set our eyes on one of the most powerful and awe-inspiring animals on the planet, the eagle. Known as the king of the skies, the eagle has captured human imagination for thousands of years. From ancient empires to modern nations, this bird symbolizes strength, vision, and freedom. But beyond the symbolism lies a living, breathing predator, built for survival, dominance, and grace in the air. So buckle up, because this is not just a story about a bird, it's a story about a sky-born warrior. Welcome to part 1, the anatomy of power. A symbol through time. Since the dawn of civilization, humans have looked up and marveled at the eagle. In ancient Rome, the eagle was the emblem of legions, carried into battle as a symbol of dominance. In Native American culture, eagle feathers are sacred, believed to hold spiritual power and a connection to the divine. Today, many nations from the United States to Mexico proudly display the eagle on their flags and crests. But the true magic of the eagle is not only in its symbolism, it's in the living creature itself. Watching an eagle soar is like watching poetry in motion, except that every feather, every muscle, every glance has a purpose. This is evolution at its finest, a predator perfected by millions of years. Imagine standing on a mountain ridge. Far below, a rabbit moves through the grass. You probably wouldn't notice it, but the eagle? From more than 2 miles away, it can lock its eyes on that rabbit with laser precision. An eagle's vision is estimated to be 4 to 8 times stronger than that of a human. Its eyes are so large, they take up almost half the space in its skull. With over 1 million light-sensitive cells per square millimeter on its retina, the eagle can see ultraviolet light, revealing patterns invisible to us. This supervision isn't just about clarity, it's about survival. An eagle in the sky is not simply gliding aimlessly, it is scanning, always scanning for prey, for rivals, for threats. In the eagle's world, to see is to rule. Stretch your arms wide. Now imagine wings that can span more than 2.5 meters, over 8 feet. That's the wingspan of some of the largest eagles, like the harpy or the golden eagle. These wings aren't just for flying, they are instruments of control, giving the eagle the power to soar for hours with minimal effort. Unlike small birds that flap constantly, eagles are masters of soaring flight. By riding thermal currents, invisible rivers of warm air, they can rise thousands of feet without a single wing beat. This ability allows them to conserve energy, scanning the ground below like a silent shadow. And when the time comes to strike, those same wings transform into weapons of speed. The fastest eagle dives have been recorded at over 240 kilometers per hour, 150 mph. In that moment, the air itself becomes a hunting ground, and the eagle becomes a missile with feathers. An eagle's talons are not just claws. They are instruments of death. Curved, razor sharp, and driven by crushing power, they can exert more than 400 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's enough to snap bones and immobilize prey instantly. Each talon works like a grappling hook, locking onto the struggling animal below. Fish, rabbits, snakes, even monkeys. Once the eagle grabs hold, escape is nearly impossible. And then there's the beak. Hooked and powerful, it is designed to tear flesh with ruthless efficiency. Together, the talons and beak form a perfect system: capture, kill, consume. Eagles aren't just hunters, they are survivors in diverse environments. From the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the rainforests of South America, from scorching deserts to icy coastlines, eagles have adapted to almost every habitat. The golden eagle rules the mountains of Eurasia. The bald eagle thrives near rivers and lakes of North America. The harpy eagle, with talons the size of a grizzly bear's claws, reigns supreme in tropical forests. Each species is different, but all share the same legacy: dominance from above. The dance of the sky. When an eagle chooses a mate, it's not a quick decision. Eagles are known for forming monogamous bonds that can last for decades, sometimes for life. And the way they select their partner is nothing short of spectacular. High above the earth, two eagles will engage in a ritual known as the cartwheel display. They lock talons in mid-air, twisting and tumbling toward the ground in a dramatic freefall. Just before crashing, they release each other, soaring back up into the skies. This dance is more than just romance. It's a test of trust, skill, and strength. Only those who can prove their aerial mastery and courage will win a lifelong partner. In a way, the cartwheel is a promise. Together, we'll survive the storms. Once bonded, a pair of eagles will claim a territory and build a nest, called an eyrie. But this is no ordinary nest. Eagles are master architects, constructing massive structures out of sticks, branches, and leaves. Some nests can reach over 3 meters across and weigh more than a ton, strong enough for a human to sit in. What's more, eagles often return to the same nest year after year, adding new layers until the eyrie becomes a towering fortress of nature. The placement of the nest is just as important. Eagles choose high cliffs, towering trees, or remote crags that give them a commanding view of the land below. Safety is everything, because the nest will soon hold their most precious treasure, their future. When the female lays her eggs, usually 1 to 3, the real challenge begins. Eagle parents take turns incubating the eggs, shielding them from wind, rain, and predators. For nearly 35 days, the pair remains vigilant. Every crack of thunder, every shadow of a passing hawk, could mean danger. Eagles are fierce defenders of their nests, often attacking intruders many times their size. And then, one day, a tiny beak breaks through the shell. A chick emerges, fragile and weak, covered in downy feathers. From this moment, the survival of the eaglet becomes a full-time mission. Hunting for themselves is one thing, but hunting for hungry chicks changes everything. Both parents work tirelessly, bringing back fish, rabbits, or even carrion to feed their young. The strongest chick often gets the lion's share, while weaker siblings may struggle. Nature is harsh, and not every eaglet survives. This phenomenon, known as symbolize, is common among raptors. It ensures that at least one chick grows strong enough to carry on the lineage, but those who make it past the first weeks grow fast. Within a month, their fluffy down is replaced by dark juvenile feathers. Their eyes sharpen, their wings strengthen, and their appetite becomes insatiable. Perhaps the most dramatic moment in an eagle's life is its first flight. Around 10 to 12 weeks old, the eaglet stands on the edge of the nest, looking out over the abyss. Its wings tremble, its body quivers, and then, with a leap of faith, it jumps. The first flight is often clumsy, filled with awkward flaps and shaky landings. But every mistake is a lesson. The parents watch closely, encouraging their young with food and guidance, until finally, the eaglet masters the skies. This rite of passage is symbolic. It's not just about flying, it's about independence, courage, and survival. From this moment on, the young eagle will learn to hunt, to soar, to claim its place in the sky. The sky has borders. Seagulls may surf freely across valleys, mountains, and rivers, but their freedom is not without limits. Each eagle claims a territory, a vast expanse of land or water that provides enough prey to survive. Territories vary depending on the environment. A pair of golden eagles in the mountains might control over 100 square kilometers of rugged terrain. A pair of bald eagles near rivers may rule a stretch of shoreline rich in fish. And make no mistake, this territory is defended fiercely. Intruding eagles are met with piercing cries, aerial chases, and sometimes brutal battles. In the world of the eagle, borders are drawn not with fences, but with talons and wings. Every eagle species has evolved hunting strategies perfectly tuned to its habitat. Bald eagles, with their sharp vision and powerful talons, specialize in fish. They swoop down, skimming the water's surface, snatching a fish with surgical precision. Sometimes, they don't even bother to catch their own, stealing prey from ospreys in midair with bold aerial theft. Golden eagles are hunters of the land. They chase rabbits, marmots, and even foxes, striking with bone-crushing power. In some parts of Central Asia, golden eagles have been trained by humans for centuries to hunt wolves, a testament to their ferocity. Harpy eagles, rulers of the rainforest, are built like living tanks. With talons the size of grizzly bear claws, they pluck monkeys and sloths straight from the treetops. Silent, sudden, unstoppable. Each hunt is a demonstration of patience and timing. The eagle does not waste energy in reckless chases. Instead, it waits, watches, and chooses the perfect moment to strike. Even kings of the sky face challenges. Other eagles, hawks, and owls can threaten their territories. Fierce aerial duels sometimes end in injury or death. Scavengers like crows or ravens often harass eagles, mobbing them in groups to drive them away. And then there are humans. For centuries, habitat loss, hunting, and poisoning nearly drove some eagle species to extinction. The bald eagle, once endangered, has only recently made a comeback thanks to conservation efforts. But perhaps the greatest threat to young eagles isn't rivals or humans, it's the harsh test of survival itself. Statistics show that only half of eaglets survive their first year. Nature is merciless, and only the strongest, smartest, and luckiest rise to adulthood despite their ferocity. Eagles are not destroyers of balance. They are keepers of it. By preying on fish, rodents, and weak or sick animals, eagles prevent populations from exploding out of control. In this way, they act as nature's regulators, keeping ecosystems healthy. When eagles abandon a territory or decline in numbers, ripple effects spread through the food chain. Too many rabbits or fish can destabilize plant life. Too many predators, unchecked, can throw balance into chaos. The eagle, in all its majesty, is not just a hunter, it is a guardian of equilibrium. To survive as a top predator, brute strength is not enough. Eagles are also remarkably intelligent. They learn from experience, adapting their strategies to different prey. They've been observed using teamwork, one eagle distracting while another strikes. They exploit weather, using winds to their advantage, and even manipulate rivals, baiting them into making mistakes. But above all, eagles embody patience. Hours can pass with the bird perched silently on a cliff, unmoving, eyes fixed on the land below. For the eagle, time is not wasted. It is invested. Because when the moment comes, the strike will be perfect. In Greek mythology, the eagle was the sacred bird of Zeus, the king of the gods. Legends tell of an eagle carrying Zeus's thunderbolts, delivering divine justice from the heavens. To the Greeks, the eagle was not just a bird, it was the very hand of the gods, striking with lightning speed. The Romans carried this symbolism into battle. Their armies marched under the standard of the Aquila, a golden eagle statue. To lose an eagle in war was the greatest shame, while to capture one from an enemy was the highest honor. In this way, the eagle became forever tied to the idea of empire and conquest. In Norse mythology, an eagle sat atop the great world tree, Yggdrasil, watching all realms with eternal vigilance. Its wings were said to cause the winds to blow. To the Vikings, the eagle represented wisdom, foresight, and the raw power of nature itself. Even in ancient Egypt, the eagle was revered. The god Horus, often depicted with the head of a falcon or eagle, symbolized kingship and the rising sun. Pharaohs claimed his protection, linking their rule to the sharp vision and strength of the bird of prey across the world. Indigenous peoples also revered the eagle as a sacred being. For many Native American tribes, the eagle was the bridge between earth and sky, a messenger that carried prayers to the heavens. Its feathers, given as gifts or worn in headdresses, represented honor, courage, and a direct connection to the Creator. Even today, eagle feathers are treated with deep reverence in ceremonies, never to be sold, only gifted. In the plains of Mongolia, golden eagles were more than symbols. They were partners. For centuries, Kazakh hunters trained these magnificent birds to hunt foxes and even wolves. This bond between human and eagle was a relationship of respect, one predator joining forces with another in the struggle for survival. Such traditions remind us that humans have not only admired eagles, but lived alongside them, woven into the rhythm of their lives. From symbols of gods to symbols of nations, the eagle has soared across flags, seals, and emblems around the globe. In the United States, the bald eagle is more than a national bird. Chosen in 1782, it represents freedom, independence, and the bold spirit of a young nation. Its wings spread wide on the Great Seal, clutching arrows of war in one talon and an olive branch of peace in the other. In Mexico, the eagle holds a serpent in its beak, perched upon a cactus, as seen from an Aztec legend about the founding of Tenochtitlan. This image remains at the heart of Mexico's national identity. In Germany, the eagle has long symbolized strength and unity, from the Roman Empire's legacy to the Holy Roman Empire and today's Federal Republic. In Poland, the white eagle stands proudly on its coat of arms, representing resilience through centuries of struggle. Everywhere, the eagle is more than decoration. It is a declaration: we are strong, we are free, we endure. Religious traditions across the world have also turned to the eagle for inspiration. In the Bible, the eagle appears as a symbol of renewal and divine protection. The book of Isaiah says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles." For Christians, this became a promise of spiritual strength and endurance. In Islamic tradition, the eagle often symbolizes courage and nobility, echoing its ancient ties to kingship and divine power. Even in Eastern philosophy, the eagle's sharp vision is seen as a metaphor for clarity of mind and spiritual awakening. To rise above, to see beyond, to remain untamed. These are lessons humanity has drawn from the eagle for millennia. Today, the eagle remains one of the most recognized symbols on Earth. It inspires sports teams, military insignias, political emblems, and even corporate logos. But beyond symbols, the eagle continues to embody qualities we admire most: strength, the ability to face challenges head-on; freedom, the courage to rise above limitations; vision, the foresight to see beyond the immediate, to plan, to dream. Perhaps this is why humans, even in a world of skyscrapers and technology, still look to the skies when they think of greatness. The eagle remains untouchable, untamed, and unforgettable. For centuries, eagles reigned supreme, yet in the last 100 years, their survival has been tested like never before. The destruction of forests, wetlands, and coastlines has stolen their nesting grounds. Pesticides and poisons seep into their food chain, weakening their eggs and killing their prey. In the mid-20th century, the chemical DDT caused eagle populations to plummet, thinning eggshells so badly that chicks never hatched. In North America, the bald eagle, once numbering hundreds of thousands, dropped to just 417 nesting pairs by the 1960s. In parts of Europe and Asia, golden eagles vanished from regions where they had soared for millennia. For the first time in history, the king of the skies seemed to be falling, but the story didn't end in tragedy. Across the globe, people fought back to protect the eagle. In the United States, the banning of DDT in 1972, combined with legal protections under the Endangered Species Act, gave bald eagles a chance to recover. Conservationists worked tirelessly, guarding nests, rehabilitating injured birds, and reintroducing eagles to the wild. The result? A miracle of resilience. Today, bald eagle populations have soared back to over 300,000 individuals, a comeback hailed as one of the greatest conservation success stories in history. Elsewhere, similar efforts are saving golden eagles, sea eagles, and harpy eagles from protected reserves in Scotland to breeding programs in the Philippines. Humanity is slowly repaying its debt to this magnificent bird. Yet, the struggle is far from over. Modern threats still loom large: climate change shifts, ecosystems, altering prey availability. Wind turbines and power lines pose deadly hazards, killing thousands of eagles each year. Illegal hunting and trafficking continue in some regions, where eagle parts are sold in black markets. The eagle's survival now depends not just on wilderness, but on our willingness to coexist with nature in a crowded, industrial world. But beyond conservation, the eagle has always carried a message for us. When storms rage, the eagle does not flee. Instead, it flies higher, rising above the clouds. Where the winds lift it, its eyes see further than ours, reminding us to look beyond the present, to plan for the future. Its loyalty to its mate and dedication to its young remind us of the power of unity and legacy. And its story of survival from the brink of extinction back to abundance is a reminder that with courage, patience, and vision, even the greatest challenges can be overcome. Perhaps this is why the eagle continues to inspire leaders, warriors, dreamers, and everyday people. Because in its flight, we see our own hopes taking wing. As we close this series, let's return to the skies one last time. Look up, and you might see a shadow cutting across the sun, wings stretched wide, feathers riding the currents, eyes fixed on the horizon. That is the spirit of the eagle, untamed, unbroken, forever free. It reminds us that nature is not something separate from us. It is us. Protecting the eagle means protecting our shared future. The rivers,